to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Look at me. I get to host the first Digi-Bowl. The first. Super Bowls, they come and go. But the Digi-Bowl, now that's exciting stuff. But can't do it alone, so luckily I have two authentic Digi-Destins, Izzy and Kari, helping me. First, let's check in with my sideline correspondent, Kari. Maybe she can tell us what in the heck a Digi-Bowl is.
Thanks, Terry. The Digi-Bowl is a game of digital football where the first season's Digimon battle the second season's Digimon. The first season's team are called the Crimson Quake, and the second season are called the Yellow Mash.
Thanks, Kari. Now let's go to our resident computer expert, Izzy, for an explanation of the scoring and the rules.
Oh, hi, Terry. Each team will score 1 point for a completed attack call hit.
Blue Blaster!
A team can also score 6 points for saving the world, but could lose 4 wimp-out points for things like crime. The team with the most points at the end wins.
Well done, Izzy. Well, it's time for the kickoff, so let's get to the action and make sure you watch for me after each episode for scores and analysis.
Don't go anywhere. The first quarter of the first Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids is starting right now. Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Exciting stuff. Those little Crimson Quakes sure can fight. Enough to build a 20-point lead. Let's go to Kari and see how they scored.
Thanks, Terry. The Crimson Quake scored early and often. They blasted Kawagamon repeatedly with their bubble blow attacks while still at their in-training level. And when they finally Digivolved, they really let them have it. Agumon led the way with 3 hits.
Nice job, Kari. The Crimson Quake are certainly looking strong. Now, during each break, I'll name my MVD, most valuable Digimon. And the first one goes to Agumon. Love that pepper breath, baby. All right, the Yellow Masher taking the field, so let's get down to the action.
Don't go away. The Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids continues right now. Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Well, the first quarter's already over, and I barely had time to learn these little buggers' names. So let's go to Izzy for a scoring summary.
Well, Terry, according to my calculations, Veemon
Armored Digivolve 2!
Flamedramon
was the only member of the Yellow Mash to score an attack call hit. Garumon and Patamon idly stood by
Fire Rocket!
as Veemon took on Monochromon by himself. That makes the official score 20-4.
Thanks, Izzy. Well, considering Veemon was the only Mon playing, he gets my vote for MVD. He was on fire out there, literally on fire. Hopefully, the Yellow Mash can get their act in gear for the second quarter. Now, let's get back to the action. See you soon.
Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
That Mega My Otismon is meaner than John Randall. A little bigger, too. Let's get the scoring update from Kari.
Well, Terry, the Crimson Quake are looking good. They defeated Mega Myotismon with 11 hits. We did it, Ty! We did it! Yay! And scored an extra 6 points by saving the world from his wrath. That puts them up 37-4.
A huge lead. Thanks, Kari. All right, my MVD goes to Gabumon. He proved to be the difference maker, and anyone with a horn is okay in my book. The Yellow Mash are taking the field, so let's go see if they can get back in this game. And remember to check me out afterwards for the Los Luchadores halftime show.
Don't go away. The Digi-Bowl continues right now. Welcome to the Los Luchadores Digi-Bowl halftime show with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
The Yellow Mash are closing the gap, scoring 9 points in the second quarter. They finally look like they're coming together as a team. Now, let's go down to the field where Matt and his band, the Young Wolves, are performing at the halftime show. And keep watching for a message from our sponsor, Los Luchadores.
You can't take nothing for granted.
so soon. Well, my second quarter MVD goes to Patamon and Godamon. Just like Chris Carter and Randy Moss, they are unstoppable. In the second half, the Yellow Mash need to keep playing strong team Digi-Ball, and the Crimson Quake need to make sure not to get too overconfident. So, let's get back to the action.
Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
The Digi-Tides are a-turning. For more about the Crimson Quake's collapse, let's check in with Kari.
Well, Terry, the Crimson Quake basically fell apart out there. Their only hits were against each other. Keeping the score at 37-13. I haven't seen a team fall apart that quickly since this year's Washington Redskins.
How true, Kari. Since the Crimson Quake hit each other rather than their opponent, I'm not giving out an MVD. And furthermore, I think they should have been penalized for excessive celebration. Just look at those silly little guys dancing around. They didn't even score and they're celebrating. Let's get back to the action. The Yellow Mash are about to start the third quarter.
Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Okay, folks, we got a game here. The Yellow Mash are right back in it. Let's go to Izzy to see how they did it.
Well, Terry, thanks in part to Hawkmon's ability to Digivolve into Shurimon, the Yellow Mash were able to score 9 points.
Double star!
His double-star attack call was prodigious. Going into the fourth quarter, the Crimson Quake have 37, the Yellow Mash 22.
Well done, Izzy. Without question, my MVD is Hawkmon. It takes a bold mon to wear a belt as a headband. Deion Sanders, you better look out. So it's crunch time. Let's see if the Crimson Quake can hold off the Yellow Mash here in the fourth quarter. I'll see you afterwards with a complete recap.
Don't go away. The fourth quarter of the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids is starting right now. Welcome back to the Digi-Bowl on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
There's no crying in football, and there should be no crying in Digi-Ball either. In football, you kick things, you sound off to reporters, you wear ugly suits, but you don't cry. This might cost the Crimson Quake the game. For more about this sob fest, let's go to Kari.
The Crimson Quake had a real breakdown, Terry. They scored 9 points, but then lost 4 for wimping out, putting the score at 42-22. I guess Ty and the rest of the DigiDestined just didn't want to leave the digital world.
And what if there's a tie?
Good question, Terry. If there's a tie, the fans will vote for the team they think should win at foxkids.com. Then next Saturday morning, the winner will be announced during the premiere of Los Luchadores.
Thanks, Kari. Join me after this crucial episode for the final score. Can the Yellow Mash come back? Let's find out.
It's time for a Digi-Bowl update.
It's a tie. I can't believe it. A tie with a thrilling final quarter. The Yellow Mash scored 20 points, leaving this puppy up to you. Remember, to break the tie, go to foxkids.com and vote for the team you think should win. Then, next Saturday morning, the winner will be announced during the premiere of Fox Kids' new show, Los Luchadores. I'm Terry Bradshaw, and for Kari and Izzy, thank you for watching, and vote today.